TalesFromRetail, Episode 3. When I use my calculator to deflate a customer. In the past, I used to work for a hobby store that usually has pretty good deals constantly. You know, like buy one, get one free, or my favorite the X for Y ones. We allow customers to have the discount, even if they get one item. No problem there, until it was. I heard on the radio that a customer was disputing one of those discounts. It was 3 for $10, or mathematically, $3.33. The customer was claiming that the discount should be lower, because 10 divided by 3 was less than that. After two associates stepped in and failed to make her realize, I chimed in and looked for her. Locating her, I started talking to her to see what the issue was, and yeah, she was annoyed. This is when I pulled my phone out, and went to my calculator. I proceeded to type in, 10 divided by 3, and what answer did I get? 3.33, bar notation of course. Her response, oh, she thanked me for the clarification, and we went on our way. No real argument, but was a huge bruh moment for me. I mean, it's simple math, right? There's black spots in my ice cream. I had this memory pop into my head today from my former grocery clerk days. On mobile, so formatting and all that jazz. I worked at this particular store for many years and I worked in the customer service booth. I lived in a small community with a lot of public housing, so we had interesting characters coming in and out of this place all the time. We had a number of nicknames for the batshit crazy regulars. It was mid-July and we had a big sale on ice cream. It was a good brand at a good price and it was flying off the shelves. So some guy comes up to my counter with a bag, so instantly knew we were dealing with a return. He makes a big to-do while pulling out this tub of ice cream, and we're gonna be doing a lot of these today. Fuck, I cringe thinking back on all the terrible jokes from customers. The lot's contaminated, he says while peeling off the lid. Look at the black moldy spores through the whole thing. Disgusting. I looked down and the ice cream, he had the vanilla bean flavor, which has the actual vanilla bean bits in the ice cream. I say, oh sir, this is actually the vanilla bean flavor. These black spots are the vanilla bean. The ice cream is fine. He was taken aback, but I pointed out how the image on the front of the carton shows the black speckles and the ice cream was fine. He asked if we could still take it back because it wasn't what he was expecting. I called the manager up, but he said no right off the bat. That manager was a hard ass, but he didn't give in to rude customers and would never just give the return to make him happy, which often made me happy. The customer was cheesed, but I just shrugged and he left. Nobody needs to be mean after they interrupt the queue. Not positive if this counts as retail, but a girl was livid today. I work in a grocery store deli. I was slicing a big order and had two customers in line behind that order. I'm mid-sentence with my current customer when another customer shouts across the department at me, "Where is the expiration date on this?" I admitted that I wasn't sure, but started to tell her that I could help her check after I gave the customers who were in line what they needed. This bitch rolls her eyes, stomps her foot, and goes, it's fine. Don't know why I even asked. Lady stomps off to ruin somebody else's day. One of the customers in line went and looked at the product she was asking about and he says, the expiration date was on the top. How stupid can you get? We know why you bothered to ask, lady. You're too self-absorbed and ignorant to read the obvious top of the container. It's been in my car the whole time. If you've read from me before, you know I work at a used gaming and media store. Today I had the pleasure of helping my whole team deal with a Karen, a real life in the wild one. It was nearing the end of my shift, so I was in the back filling out evaluation for one of our new hires who worked that day. He came in the back holding out the monstrosity like I had never seen before. It was supposed to be a red 3DS XL, a handheld gaming system for those not familiar. Now I've seen them with small scratches and dings in the paint. I have never in my 2 years working at this store seen one that had the shiny enamel gone, the paint chipping everywhere and showing the silver metal underneath. It wasn't just one deep scratch. It looked like someone took a sander to the top of this poor thing. Cast as NK, new kid, SM, my store manager and me. NK, this lady wants an exchange or refund for this 3DS. She says it just stopped working. I took one look at it and just shook my head. Me, there is no way in hell we sold it to her in that condition. Just no. Please try looking it up by serial to make sure it was ours. My manager and I just gawked at this 3DS wondering if someone was trying to return their old one in place of the one they bought, which does occasionally happen, though it never works because we take down the serial numbers of our electronics. And of course, Karen did not have her receipt. SM, go ahead and tell her we are looking up the info on it NK. So she sets to find when this item was purchased. Now, our policy on returns for electronics is 30 days and it is either an exchange or store credit refund. We only do returns for defective items, because early on people abused our return policy for essentially renting games and because they suddenly don't like their items anymore. Harsh policy, but it works for the area we are in. Well, as I was counting down my drawers, my SM tried to explain to Karen that A, it was outside the 30-day window and B, that it seems it had fall damage, putting it politely if you ask me, and therefore there was nothing we could do for her. Of course Karen loses it and demands someone higher up because fall damage. It's been in my car most of the time, my son hasn't played it, when he played it it just wouldn't turn back on, do your things just quit working after 30 days. Can I speak to corporate or something? This is ridiculous. So SM gave her our district manager's email and Karen demanded both DM and SM's names and stormed out. I just looked at my staff like what the hell and my SM just shook her head. Never have we seen something come back so blatantly damaged by the customer and have them try to blame it on us. Needless to say, SM wrote our DM first to make sure she fully understood the interaction and the state of that poor 3DS. My cake melted. I worked in the bakery department of a grocery store for a while a year or so ago. One afternoon I was going about my duties when I received a call. I answer and the customer starts going off about how she just picked up a cake and when she got it home the ice cream was completely melted and had destroyed the whole cake. I ask her for her name so I can go back into the orders and check out her order. When I look at the order I noticed that she had ordered a Tres Leches cake. I get back in the phone and confirm that it was a Tres Leches cake she ordered and she said, yes, but all the ice cream is melted and I want a full refund. I tried to calmly explain that Tres Leches is not an ice cream cake and they're typically a more wet cake. By this point she became very mad and started calling me names and saying how dumb I am and I shouldn't be working in bakery if I don't know what cakes are. She went as far to say that leche means milk and ice cream is frozen milk. Eventually I gave up and let her speak to the store manager and she ultimately ended up getting a refund. Just opened the drawer and gave me my money. I work at a gas station, fun right wrong. This particular story takes place somewhere in the first month I'd been working at this store. I was doing pretty good, or so I like to think, and I had learned a fair bit, but there are just some things they can't prepare you for in training. This was one of them. RL equals rich, rude lady, RH equals rude lady's husband, did nothing wrong, ORL equals older rude lady, LTCM equals manager, my mom, momager, so it was late about 2 hours till close. It was already dark out and I wasn't really busy at all. Then walks in RL. Excuse me, I'd like to get $6 on pump 2 and this big $10 ticket. Yes, I remember her exact words, cause to this day she's been my worst customer. I nodded, a friendly smile on my face as I rang her up. Okay, that will be $16. She proceeded to hand me a $100 bill, which I later found out I didn't have to break for small amounts. I marked the bill, put it in the till and got her change as I was supposed to. Okay, $84 will be your change, you have a nice night. She gave me a look that I swear to you could kill. Excuse me, I should be getting $90 back. I was confused. I was still new to dealing with people like her. The only job I'd had before was at a restaurant. Whole different set of people. She looked at me like I was an idiot and spoke slowly. I should be getting $90 back. I shook my head, still not sure what was going on. I am sorry ma'am, you asked for this big ticket. I pointed to the ticket in question. And then $6 on pump 2. By this point there were two other customers behind her and she was holding up the line. She then rolled her eyes at me. I just wanted the ticket. She pointed very enthusiastically at RH. Was supposed to pay for the $6 out there. She crossed her arms and jutted her hip, put in true "can I speak to your manager" fashion before demanding, I want my $6 back now. I was thrown off. I had learned how to do basic refunds, but when it came to the mess THST was the gas pumps, I didn't know how to refund them yet. I'm sorry, you said $6 on pump 2, so I put $6 on pump 2. I don't know how to refund fuel. She rolled her eyes. Just open the drawer and give me my money. She began to raise her voice. I am not allowed to do that, and like I said, I am not sure how to refund fuel. I'd need to call the manager. She was visibly very annoyed and began to rant as I tried to call him, who was undoubtedly already in bed, about how I don't have time for this. I am tired. Do you have any idea where I've been? I just got off a 13-hour flight. I want to get home. Give me my $6 now. At this point I was very frazzled. I'm sorry, I am trying to call him now. Meanwhile ORL was starting to get annoyed. Oh my god. Just open the GD drawer and give her her money so I can pay and get home. I looked at LTC at the back of the line, who I had seen a few times before, as he motioned to me that he was going to set his stuff down and be back before he walked outside, leaving me alone with the two banshees. After a few more moments, just as was finally answering my call, ORL threw her drinks down and stomped off. I began to speak on the phone. The nervous wreck that I was stuttering the whole time. Help. I explained the entire situation to her, trying to describe it to her as she walked me through it. I finally got figured out and RL shot me a smug glare. Next time, just open the drawer and give me my money. She turned on her heel and walked out, flipping her Karen-style hair behind her. I was shaking both from anger and nerves as every nasty thing I wanted to say to her came rushing to mind. And on the other end of the line, suddenly realized something. I heard sleepy haze. You know, you didn't have to take the $100 bill. I don't take them for anything less than $40. You need to be trained properly. On mobile, sorry for formatting, yada yada yada. It's me again, from your local feed and supply store. Sometimes our website has sales which do not translate to in-store sales, just like we have in-store sales that don't translate over to the website. AKA online-only sales. A couple of weeks ago, a lady, L, brought up a couple of mouse traps or something. L, these are on sale on your website for like $7 or something. I rang them up, and sure enough they rang up full price. I pulled out my phone to look them up, because sometimes there are discrepancies. In this case, it was indeed an online-only sale, meaning she had to buy them online to get the sale price. Me, ma'am, it looks like this is an online sale. Our management does not even honor online-only prices, but I decided to give her the discount. As I was changing the price to be nice to her. Oh, so you don't match your site like every other store I go to? I then decided not to. I'm not going to go out of my way to break the rules for someone to be rude. Me, not when it's online only. No, I don't make the rules or the prices, I just follow them. However, you can pay for it online really quickly and take them out the door for the sale price. L, nah, I'll just buy them. Okay, problem solved. Until L storms into the store to my coworker. You need to train your coworker over there on how to change prices, because I just bought this again outside in my car and I need to get my money back for the first time. Coworker, yeah, online only means online only. We can't really do anything about that. It's to promote online sales. L, well, she's incompetent at her job. She either needs to be fired or trained. Me, do you know something about my job that I don't? Come show me and I'll be glad to learn from you. With a huge smile, L leaves the store in a fit of rage. Me, the most annoying "have a nice day" I have ever said or heard in my life. Store manager walked in as she was leaving, and she complained to him, but he literally just laughed at her and walked past. Customer finds regular price item on clearance rack. Pandemonium ensues. Hello again from the women's clothing store. This happened a few days ago at my store, and it's been stuck on my mind, so I decided to share. Asterisk obligatory posting from mobile line here, asterisk. So in my store, we keep our clearance items on their own racks, as they have a separate promotion that is different from our regular price items. Right now we're running BOGO free on all clearance, while regular price is only BOGO 50%. Our clearance section also happens to be close to the fitting rooms, so it's not uncommon to find a regular price item occasionally left on the clearance rack from someone who didn't want to put their item back or leave it with our fitting room associate. I was at the register sending an email when a young woman, YW, and her mother from Hell, MFH, came up to the register to check out with my associate, A. Hi ladies, I hope you found everything alright. YW, definitely. It's our first time in, and I loved everything I tried on. MFH, ring us up please. Okay. Since it's your first time in, I'd like to get you signed up for our loyalty program so you can get our coupons. MFH, we're not interested. I asked you to ring us up. Now, please. YW, Mom, chill. To maybe I'll sign up next time. We're meeting someone for lunch soon and have to get going. Of course, I understand. Start scanning. It looks like you need one more clearance item for the BOGO free deal, since you have 3 clearance and 1 regular price item. Would you like to go grab one more item while I bag this up? MFH, no, everything there is clearance. We got it all from the clearance rack. Let me double check these really quick. At this point, I stop typing my email and step over to her register, because I know Mom is going to blow up when we tell her the jeans in her hand are not clearance. To me, these jeans here aren't ringing up clearance and they don't have a clearance sticker on them. Me, that's because their regular price, right up there, points to rack at the front of the store. Me, to MFH and YW, sorry ladies, someone must have put those jeans back there by mistake. They are included with the BOGO 50% if you'd like to pick out another regular price item to go with them. MFH, no, I want you to honor the clearance price on those jeans. Me, ma'am, I'm sorry for the confusion, but there's no clearance sticker on these jeans. They're marked $70, which is the regular price. MFH, well just give us the clearance price marked on the other item I picked out. YW, Mom, I can just pick out something else. MFH, no. This is their fault and they will fix it. I want the clearance deal. Me, even if I give you the BOGO free, you're still paying the full $70 on these jeans. The free item would be the cheaper of the two, and I'm not able to just give you a brand new pair of jeans for free because another customer left them on the wrong rack. MFH, this is a bait and switch. Me, no, it's not. The rest of these pants are right here, walks to rack full of this particular jean and points. YW, I'll just pick out another clearance item. Give me a minute. MFH glares at me and the entire time the daughter is gone. YW, here, I found this shirt. A great choice. Did you still want the regular price jeans, or are we waiting on those? YW, yes, I want them. MFH, no you don't. We're not paying for those. YW, it's my money, it's my jeans. Please ring them up. MFH, I can't believe you're letting them treat us like this. Stomps towards the door. YW, under her breath, I can't believe you're acting like this. My associate finishes the transaction and the young woman leaves behind her mom after apologizing for her behavior to both of us. We tell her it's no biggie, and to come see us again. To which she says, oh, I'll be back. But I'll leave her at home next time. TLDR, regular price jeans were on clearance rack. Mother demands clearance price. I say no, daughter still buys jeans and is super nice while mom rages away into the sunset. I am not insane. She screamed louder than thunder. Hello, this is my second ever post, so if I do anything wrong please do tell me so that I can avoid it in the future. I work at a pharmacy with two ladies. They are both delightful. I love them so much. 2 days ago I was helping out a nice lady with a medical prescription. Suddenly she wanted some kind of makeup thing which I wasn't familiar with, and so I asked a coworker for help. As I did, a new lady walked into the pharmacy, and seeing the new lady come, my coworker pointed the nice lady to the area in which she could find what she was looking for and told her she'd be joining shortly. An amp, #X200B. I kept working on the nice lady's prescription. Our other coworker was helping a third customer with a prescription, so my coworker asks the new lady what she could help her with, and she was met with a sharp tone and a hint of rage, saying that she came here today, asked for this medicine, asterisk shows a piece of the medicine's box, asterisk, and instead got this, asterisk shows completely unrelated medicine, asterisk. So this conversation unfolds. Coworker: I remember you coming this morning, but you left without buoy, asterisk. New lady interrupts her, shouting, let's call her insane lady from now on, asterisk. Insane lady: yes I did, you gave me the wrong medicine. CW: no I didn't, you left without. Ill, are you calling me insane? I am not insane. CW: well let me check. Ill, I am not talking to you. First you give me the wrong medicine and then you call me insane. An amp, #X200B. My coworker went to help the nice lady, and by this time my third coworker was done with the customer she was helping. Before she left, my coworker asked our other coworker to help the insane lady. The insane lady lost her shouting voice and starting talking normally. The following conversation unfolds in its entirety with a normal talking voice that had small hints of rage and exhaustion within it. An amp, #X200B. Insane lady: I came here for this and instead you gave me this. Other coworker: I remember you coming but you left without getting anything. Ill: no I didn't, I remember very clearly coming here and buying the wrong thing from her, asterisk points at coworker, asterisk. OCW: thing is, we haven't had that medicine you were looking for in months. Let me check all the prescriptions we fixed all day and see if I can find you there. Ill: please do. Asterisk. OCW starts checking very carefully and doesn't find it, asterisk. OCW: I couldn't find you here. Ill: that is impossible. OCW: let me check on the computers, asterisk checks carefully, asterisk I couldn't find you unfortunately. An amp, #X200B. The insane lady loses every ounce of rage, and with a more calm voice she says that it may have been one of the other pharmacies I visited today, and then she leaves without even saying sorry to my first coworker. An amp, #X200B. And here's the plot twist: when she came in the morning, my first coworker was cleaning and she only remembered her case because it was that medicine we haven't had in months, yet somehow that insane lady remembered very clearly being helped by her. An amp, #X200B. Thank you for reading. Please do point any errors I made so that I can improve. Goodbye. This customer wasn't sharp but his knife sure was. So I work at a store that sells a lot of camping and fishing equipment. Usually I'm a back-end admin, but there were a few call-outs in the cash lane, so I volunteered to cover a few breaks. So there I am, at the register, and this idiot customer, I see, around 19 maybe, comes up. Things seemed normal at first. He had some worms, a cheap rod and reel combo, a beginner's tackle kit, and a pocket knife, nothing out of the ordinary. I ring him up, and figuring he's a newbie, make sure he's set up with a fishing license and provide him with a pamphlet that lists local fishing spots. He thanks me, and seems pretty excited to get started. Then he reaches into his bag and pulls out the knife and proceeds to take it out of its package and flick it open. Me: whoa, what are you doing there? I see, oh I just wanted to test how sharp it was. Me: I'd really appreciate it if you didn't do that right here. I see, why not? I paid for it, it's mine, so I can open it. Me: well, don't you think anyone standing front of a cash drawer would get a little nervous if someone had a knife out in front of him? I see, I'm not going to stab you, I just want to see how sharp it is. Me: security doesn't know that. I point to the camera on the ceiling. They're just going to see some guy with a knife out in front of a cashier and assume the worst. I see, fine. Clearly annoyed, IC stomps out. He's right outside the glass exit door, so I watch him. I can't really see anything because his back was to me, but I figure he must be testing the knife sharpness like he said. Another customer had just walked up, so my attention shifted to that until a couple minutes later a elderly woman, ew, walked in through the exit and came up to me. Ew, excuse me miss, you'll need to call someone to clean up the sidewalk. Me, with a sinking feeling I know why already, what's happened? Ew, some young man cut himself very badly. He's dripped blood all over the sidewalk. Me, is he all right? Does he need an ambulance? At this point I'm looking out the window, hand hovering on my phone ready to make a call. Ew, it looked very deep and he'll need stitches for sure. He said he was testing his knife out on his finger. The foolish boy gave him a few tissues and told him to hustle to the urgent care, so I think they'll take care of him. Luckily for the IC there was an urgent care center right across the street from us. But yes, this absolute shining superstar decided not to test his knife on the receipt paper, or the package, or a hair, or anything that wasn't his own damn body. He didn't come back and I assume he was fine in the end, but I filled out an incident report detailing what had happened and times and such just in case. Geez, though I'm glad he didn't proceed to test it right in front of me. I don't know who you think you're fooling, buddy. This is a short but interesting tale from closing the office supply store I work at last night. A customer had come in 3 minutes before closing and decided to stay 20 minutes past. Last night as I was beginning to close the store, a middle-aged man walked through the doors at 8:57, and I was naturally irritated as the store closes at 9 o'clock, and he didn't seem as though he was going to make this fast. He approached me as I walked down the center aisle after he'd done some shopping, and asked me if I would help him look for something. I said, of course. In my best, I don't despise your very existence voice. I walked him to the item he needed and he bent over to look at it on the shelf, and that's when it happened. This man ripped massive ass. We're talking eye-watering, gorilla goose getting squashed by a steamroller. I'm facing a gas attack via his mixture of biological and chemical warfare. It was loud, and it was heard clear. I tried not to address it and pretended it didn't happen, and as I choked back the tears and the urge to vomit from the rancid smell emanating from his buttocks, I tried to help him some more by answering questions he had about the product. And this man had the urge to break the silence by saying, "Haha, it kind of smells like someone farted." I was taken aback in shock. There were only 2 people in this part of the store, and it was both of us. I know it wasn't me, and you know it was you, and you sure as hell know it wasn't me. There is no way to play this off. Why would you say that? If you're reading this, sir, I'd like you to know that I quite literally felt like having my stomach pumped and my sinuses flushed. I got home and couldn't even eat dinner due to your terrible creation. You managed to kill my appetite hours after the fact. Anyway, that is all. Not very long, but definitely worth mentioning. Thank you for reading. The Blue Planet. Hi there. You know, I'm on my phone and English is not my first language, but feel free to correct me, because I know my English sucks. So I worked in a bookshop some years ago and I have so many stories. People who read aren't necessarily the smartest. So one time there was this strange older lady, well dressed and wealthy. She was asking for a globe. Screw you flat earthers. We had a little selection in stock, mostly cheaper ones for kids. I showed her the globes but she didn't like them. Lady, could you order more? Me, sure, ma'am. There is a huge selection online. Lady, so show me please. I browsed with her through our online shop for 30 minutes but nothing seemed to please her. Lady, why are they all blue? Me confused, what? Lady, I already bought a blue one last week and returned it today. The blue didn't fit the color of my couch. Me, more confused. Then she explained that she wanted the globe actually as a reading lamp. Lady, so why are all these globes in blue? Why not in green or yellow? I tried not to cuckle, I'm sorry, but we have no models in green. But actually there are some antique-looking globes, so they are ochre. Lady, but I want a new globe with the right maps. Me, it's a new one with the current maps on it, it only looks like antique. Lady, ochre will be looking wonderful with my couch. So I ordered one and she left happy. I told my coworker the story and we both had a good laugh. Not spectacular, but I laugh still about it.